So to start our lesson, it could have just been how my packet was. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. But I saw after my lesson worksheet for today, I had another class fact practice. If you guys have two class fact practices, 105A, it could just be my pile. You do not need to do two of them. They're the same. If that's a good extra practice for you, then that's great, but you do not need to. Also, today, Tuesday, I am expecting you to also do 105B, and look closely. Those are not addition problems. This is now 100 multiplication problems. These are not timed. Take your time, do your best, and just practice those skills, okay? So that is part of today's assignment, so I do want to keep track of that. Okay, so let's now move on to our lesson. Today's objective is I want you to be able to divide by 3 and by 4. Okay, divided by 3 and divided by 4 facts. And so let's go over that lesson today. So you'll see we have those triangles. Remember, every multiplication problem is also a division problem. Every division problem can also be a multiplication problem. These are called fact families. So these numbers work together in the exact same way. So you'll see that we have things written in different ways because they want you to be practicing writing multiplication and division problems in many different ways. So we're going to go through these, and I'd like you to go along with me with each one so that we don't get to that frustration level, okay? I know that when we were all together, working with these multiplication and division fact families was starting to be overwhelming for us, and that's not what I want for us right now. So if you are feeling that after today's lesson, please reach out to me so that I can help you, okay? So we're given 15 as our quotient, the answer to a multiplication problem, or it could also be the large number that we're going to be dividing, okay, because this can be a multiplication or a division problem, okay? It can be a missing factor problem, or it can be a division problem. So when we go this way, we do division. Ooh. Okay, and then this would be our answer. And I'm going to get a different color pen here. But we could also go this way and make it a multiplication problem. And this up here is our answer. Okay, those colors are actually pretty similar. Sorry about that. Okay, so 15 broken up into 3 groups would be 3 groups of 5. If I also want to think about that, 3 times what equals 15? And that would also be 5. So that is multiplication problems, because remember, we have our commutative property of multiplication. So 3 times 5 is 15. And 5 times 3 is 15. So here we can put our factors in either order and we get the same quotient. Now with division, we cannot mix around where we have our numbers, okay? 15 has to be on top because that's our big number, and we're breaking that down. We're making it into smaller groups. So we always have to have our biggest number on top. Okay, that has to be the number we're breaking up. So we are using a factor line here. So 15 divided into 3 groups is 5 in each group, or 15 divided into 5 groups would be how many in each group? Okay, that would be 3. How do you guys feel on that one? I'm gonna stay with you, so don't be overwhelmed. The more we practice this, the more comfortable you're gonna feel. Okay, and if I just move that paper too fast and you're like, whoa, 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 what can you do? You can rewind, you can pause. Okay? Rewatch it. Go back over it as many times as you need to. Okay, so now we have 21, and then one of our factors is 3. Okay, so we have 21 things, and we're going to divide them into 3 groups. How many things are in each group? Another way we can think about this is what times 3 equals 21. What would that number be? That number is 7. So I'm going to start here. 7 times 3 equals 21. Commutative property of multiplication tells me that 3 times 7, I can switch those factors, would also equal 21. Now division, what number has to come first, guys? The big one. Okay, that's what I'm breaking up. So 21 has to go first. I'm going to use this triangle to guide me, okay? 21 divided by 7 equals 3. Once again, I have to start with my big number here. I'm breaking it down. 21 divided by 3, what does it equal? It equals 7. Did that feel a little bit more comfortable for you guys? Okay, remember, you can rewind, you can pause, do what you need to do. Okay, here, we're using our division boxes here, so that'll be a good review for us. And we have the number 27 that we're breaking up into 3 equal groups, and we want to know how many are going to be in each group. We could also look at this as 3 times what equals 27. So what would that number be? 9. So I'm going to start with my multiplication problems. 3 times 9 equals 27. 9 times 3 equals 27. Okay, now remember, the number we're breaking up goes inside our division boxes. So what number are we breaking up, boys and girls? 27. So 27 is going to go inside our division boxes. The number right to the left on the outside of our division box is what we're breaking it into, how many groups we're breaking it into. So I'm going to start 27 divided by 3. So I'm going to write that to the left of my division box, and then my answer sits right on top, which would be what? 9. So now I'm going to do 27 divided by 9, and what does that equal? 3. Okay, so this up here, what we just did was working with our dividing by 3 facts. We're dividing by 3 facts, okay? Now, at the bottom of our page, we're going to move into our dividing by 4 facts. So, we have 28 that we're breaking up into 4 equal groups. And we're trying to figure out how many will be in each group. We could also look at this as 4 times what equals 28. So what would be our answer there? Our answer would be 7. Okay. So now we're going to do our multiplication problems here. 4 times 7 equals 28. Commutative property. 7 times 4 equals 28. Okay, we have our division lines here. So what number needs to go on top of my division line? Our largest number, 28, needs to go on top. I'm going to start going this way, 28 divided by 4, and what does that equal? That equals 7. Once again, 28 has to go on top. Okay, but we're going to go the opposite way of the triangle. 28 divided into 7 groups. How many would be in each group? 4. All right, let's move on to our next one. Okay, we have 12 that we're breaking up into 4 equal groups. We're also asking ourselves, what times 4 equals 12? Our answer is 3. So let's get jumping into our multiplication problems. 3 times 4 equals 12. And 4 times 3 equals 12. What number is going to go first in my division problem? 12. And how many groups am I going to divide this into? 4. So how many is in each one? 3. Once again, 12 starts here. We're dividing it into 3 groups, and there will be 4 in each one. Okay, let's move on to the last one. Okay, I have 32, and I'm dividing it into 4 groups. I can also think of this as 4 times what equals 32. What would be my answer? My answer is 8. So, multiplication problems. 4 times 8 is 32. 8 times 4 is 32. What number goes in my middle of my box? The largest one, 32. And I'm going to start going this way. So 32 divided into 4 equal groups would be 8 in each group. 32 divided into 8 equal groups would be 4 in each group. Okay, our objective today was to be working on our division facts by 3 and by 4. So I want you to feel comfortable doing that. So we have, once again, so you're going to see now that we've practiced these skills, we're going to do divided by 3, divided by 4, and divided by 1. Now, I want to remind you, so we are practicing them here. Then you also are going to have your fact practice. That is going to be the next video. And side B, which is working on multiplication. I think that this is going to be a lot for you guys. So I'm going to split this one up into 2 lessons. And we're going to do review of our division facts tomorrow, just as a lesson. You guys won't have a worksheet for that. And then we're going to do our class fact practice as tomorrow's lesson as well.